Yo, Flexcast, welcome back, man. Y'all know we only talk to the movers, shakers, and tastemakers. We're here with another guest. I want my co-host to introduce herself really quickly.
Hey world, it's Breezy Bree, the Briologist, your favorite girl. I'm back.
And then I want our guests to go ahead and please introduce yourself and tell our audience what you do.
Hi guys, I am Nala. I am an artist. I am a visionary, producer, engineer, songwriter. I do everything. I literally do everything. So yeah.
Everybody
Thank God for having me.
Everybody clap it up for Nala, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming by to talk with us.
For sure.
You know, we were looking over your notes and it said that you've been steadily doing music for about 10 years.
Yeah, I have.
And I want you to talk just a little bit about what the beginning was like. And then like that moment where you were like, oh, wait, I'm good at this and I have a vision and I know that the things I do will be taken seriously. I want you to talk about the beginning just a little bit for us.
Well, like I used to record the little voice notes on my mom's Nokia. Mm-hmm. I used to like block myself in the back of the closet and then record the voice notes and listen back. And then I took some time off and then the pandemic happened. Mm-hmm. And then I was bored as hell. Like, okay, well, what am I going to do now? All right. So I got Ableton and they had the free trial. Man. So then I started like mixing and kind of just doing all that. I have my guitar with me.
Okay, so you can play guitar.
So you can
I can play guitar. No. Yeah. Okay. So, I dropped my first EP Even When I'm Tired. And that was back in like 2019, I think.
Okay. What was the name again?
Like,
say it again.
Even When I'm Tired.
Even When I'm Tired. That's a great title.
That's powerful.
What's the inspiration behind that title?
Honestly, man, I don't know. I was going through so much at that time. It was really just me and my guitar. Okay. So that EP is literally just like singing and guitar. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's when I started. And from there, I just been experimenting. Like a lot of my music now is just experimentation.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
When did the moment happen where you're like, okay, I'm good? Like we all have that, we all have that moment where we start and we maybe go through a little bit of trial and error. And then we have that like light bulb moment. Mm-hmm. Tell me about your light bulb moment where you were like, oh man, maybe it was like a show, maybe it was like a reaction to a song. Talk about your light bulb moment a little bit.
Well, usually like even I would be like, okay, that would be like, I would be at work and I'll just be singing and people would be like, oh my God, your voice or stuff like that, you know?
People reacting to
people
the talent.
reacting. People would tell me, but someone told me one time, like when you're good at something, you don't have to tell the world. The world is going to tell you that you're good. Like, you know what I mean? So I would always get like, oh my God, Nala, like you should do this, you should do that. Like, you're good at this. And when I dropped Even When I'm Tired, like my city could just kind of ran with it. You know, I didn't even really promo it like that.
Absolutely.
Then I dropped my EP Gemini where I was really kind of rapping on there. And then that's what caught me my own wave was Gemini.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we were talking a little bit before off camera. Tell our audience where you're from, please.
Oh, I'm from San Antonio.
So correct me if I'm wrong, because I spent a little bit of time in San Antonio. It's kind of one of those cities where if you're going to do something, you have to kind of self-promote it. There's not a lot of like lanes and channels to get stuff out there. Tell me if I'm on point about that.
You have to create your own wave.
Okay.
Like you have to stand out. You have to be different. You have to have your own style, your own talent, like your own vision. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people doing what you do. There's a lot of artists out here. There's a lot of people that make music, but okay, what is going to make you stand out? You know what I mean?
What do you think makes you stand out as an artist?
Authenticity.
I love that.
Like all my music is really just raw. Like I do everything from start to bottom. Like I record my tracks. First I record my tracks, I mix my tracks. Mm-hmm. I'm my own creative director. I'm my own everything. So Absolutely. Like whatever I put out, it's like from my heart and soul. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's what makes me stand out because I'm like a one woman fucking army out here. Yeah.
Hey, women are empowering. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Girl power. Absolutely. For sure. Yes.
And what would you say has been one of your greatest accomplishments while you've been on this journey?
Man, I think just being true to myself. I've been in a lot of situations where people would, but if you just did this, or if you just, change this, or just like show a little more skin or twerk something like, I don't want to do that. You
that's
know what
the
I mean?
advice.
Man.
Right. So it's like, I'd rather not. Like, I don't want to be like everyone else. I just want to do me. Like, and that's what's got me to this moment.
Yeah.
So
I think people forget sometimes that modesty does sell as well too. And
yeah, it does. Yeah. Leave something for the imagination at least. You know what I mean?
And not only that, but when I listen to your music, it doesn't match the like that aesthetic.
Yeah, that's what I always say. Like,
it matches more of like a
doesn't go
serene,
together.
like
right,
it's
like
almost
chill.
like we were talking a little bit off screen about like how we were using different texts as we were growing up. I don't think your music is the ringtone music. Like when I listen to Sugarcane and when I listen to other songs, this is stuff that's like to be digested from a real place.
Oh, for sure.
In your home, lighting candles.
For sure.
Stuff
My
like
God,
that.
y'all get
Essential
the
and
vision.
succeed.
Y'all get the vision. Yeah, like I want to make music that you can ride out to, like when you're on a road trip or you're taking those trips and at night or by yourself. You know what I mean?
Memory music.
That's like feel good music.
the feel good music.
Yeah,
like that's music that hits your soul.
I like
that.
Yeah.
You also had mentioned that you took a small break just from doing shows.
I did.
To focus on like the aesthetic, which I think is important. Artists don't take breaks enough. Sometimes we feel like we have to release. We're throwing stuff at a wall and things like that. But you talk about you took a little bit of break. I want you to talk about what your listeners can expect now that you're coming back, and what's upcoming that we can talk about.
Man, I took a year off and I just was making music that whole time.
Okay.
Nice.
So a lot of it is like experimental, but more really from my soul. And that break helped a lot because I was able to dive inward and like find myself even more because I wasn't surrounded by outside opinions. So it was just me. Yeah. So I was able to like self-reflect, like, okay, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? Like, where do I need to improve on, or what do I need to stop doing? Yeah. So I think a lot of my new music is just like a reflection of like that whole self-reflection year.
That growth.
Yeah, that growth, because now I'm popping out. Like this year,
showing what I learned.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think hiatuses are extremely important.
Yeah.
It's healthy.
People get scared of that, like, oh, I'm gonna fall off, but like, no.
Yeah.
Like take a break.
Maybe it's what they do during their break. They're doing nothing. You were still working.
So
you were
perfected. It's how you take the break.
Yeah,
that's the most important part.
And you also mentioned like there are a lot of people that are artists. So when you take a break, you kind of put yourself in demand because not everyone.
Oh, for sure.
Not everyone does that. Sometimes the market is so oversaturated, and so like if you take a couple months, a year, back. When you come back, people are like, "Oh my goodness."
You get it. Like, oh, there she is. Where has she been? Oh, I've been thinking about her. People think like, oh, I need to be down everyone's throats 24/7. It's like, no, you don't. Yeah. Like, leave some absence so they can miss you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, that's important.
I also love that you have a website.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to our audience. First of all, tell them what the website is and talk to them a little bit about the content that's on there.
So my website right now is naalahh.com because somebody took NAALAH. That's how you spell my name, Nala.
Yeah, so it wasn't.
They took it already, so I'm gonna fight you when I fight you. But anyways, so it's NAALAH with 2H's.com. It's actually under construction right now. I'm kind of revamping it. Okay. But on there, it just has my pictures, has some little stuff about me, has all my music videos, some articles, all that good stuff. I'm really trying to like revamp it, so.
It sounds like it's intimate though. It still allows your fans to get close to you.
Exactly. So
and the fact that you're doing the website yourself, I think that's like another product that we, not every artist does that. Some people just rely on social media.
It takes a lot to have a website.
It does, but it also one thing, Nala, that I want to tell you, it makes you look more professional.
Oh, for sure.
When an artist has a website, they're in a different bucket than like the ones that don't.
Yeah.
When it comes to booking, when it comes to, discovery, when it comes to everything, you having a hub where like a .com hub where everyone can go.
Like come see me.
It's a one-stop shop.
Go to my website.
I was really impressed to see that when you told us about that. I was very impressed because not every artist does that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Tell the people where they can find you on social media.
So you can find me on Instagram at Nala NALAHH because somebody also took Nala. Okay. You can find me on Twitter at NALAH.XO. All my music platforms at NAALAH. So Nala everywhere. So make sure you get me on those and go listen to my music and go check out my website.
I want everybody to clap it up for Nala, man. We appreciate you coming through. Flexcast, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with our next guest. Yo.
Yeah.